We're in Hebrews 5, verse 8. Although he was a son who had never been disobedient to the Father, he learned special obedience through what he suffered. So even though he never was obedient to God, he still learned a new type of obedience through suffering, right? And that's something to think about. Like, people that have had pretty decent lives, they haven't had many obstacles. Maybe they're financially always been secure, and maybe their families do have better morals than a lot of families. And so they haven't experienced much. It's way easier, I think, to be obedient to God and what he wants you to do and stuff, because it's easier stuff, right? But when he's working with somebody like me, who went through a lot of traumatizing things, right? My family line did not have the best morals. And we went through a lot of suffering and a lot of hardship. I did live in, poverty type situations. To be obedient in those situations, to be like, God is still good, right? That takes that's a special type of obedience that we learn, right? God's helping me work through something right now to do with sexual abuse from my past, right? To be able to look at somebody who has abused you in that way and be obedient to God and asking him to help you forgive that person. That's a different kind of obedience, right? That's a different obedience. So suffering, though, actually brings us even closer to God, because as we've gone through difficult situations and we need him more, right? I need him. I really need him to help me to heal the things that I went through and face those things. I also need him to help me to forgive, right? So there's more of a need the more that you've gone through. Verse 9, and having been made perfect, uniquely equipped and prepared as Savior, and retaining his integrity amid opposition. See, he retained his integrity amid the opposition. He became the source of eternal salvation and eternal inheritance to all those who would obey him. To all those who obey him. Now, we're not talking about, right, following all the rules of the law, talking about following him, having that relationship with him, right? Surrendering our hearts to him. That's obedience.